What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. How is everyone doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. We have tons of news today, actually, and really fresh, right? Straight off the presses as well, straight out of the oven. The cookies are baked, they're warm, they're smelling delicious, and we've got some questions for you as well. So without further ado, let's jump into the tech news. Our first story of the day is about the Pixel Watch. Pixel Watch was officially announced last week by Google, and Google came out and said that the Pixel Watch would be out very soon. But it's looking like it's using a processor from literally 4 years ago, and a processor that was in the original Galaxy Watch. This is pretty crazy. This story is coming out of 9to5 Google, who is saying that the Pixel Watch runs on the same chip as the 2018 Galaxy Watch, and that processor is the Exynos 9110. Now, why is this kind of crappy? Well, it doesn't mean the watch is going to be absolute crap. It doesn't mean that the watch is going to be slow or really bad. And, wait till we see it. What it does, though, mean is that the performance, horsepower performance, is like 10 times slower than what they currently have in their Galaxy Watch 4. And then also the efficiency of the watch probably won't be as good as the Galaxy Watch 4 either. Price-wise, we don't fully know. I don't think it'll personally be as expensive as the regular Galaxy Watch. I think it'll be cheaper. Galaxy Watch 4, I should say. So, I mean, kind of disappointing in a way, but I guess we'll wait until it comes out and see what happens. But so far, that's the current rumor. Speaking of watches, let's talk about the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, which should be out in August of this year, and their first kind of Pro watch, or at least the moniker of a Pro, which would replace the Classic name. And we're knowing a little bit more information because Ice Universe has just tweeted out some information saying the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro will have sapphire glass, and it'll also be made of titanium, which is a great light, strong material. And then he also went on to say that about the design, the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro does not have narrow bezels, even a bit wide. So if you love a watch that has very narrow bezels, he's saying the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro probably won't be the watch that you want to use, but you're still gonna get, most likely, peak performance. You're gonna get really cool features. It's going to be probably big and bulky, the way a lot of people like to watch, especially guys. A big screen, so it's got a lot of things you're going to like about it. But having narrow bezels probably won't be one of them. Now, before we jump into the next story, I did want to tell you that I did put out a video, if you haven't seen it yet, about this phone, which is the Vivo X Fold, the folding phone, and I kind of compare it to the Galaxy Z Fold 3 a little bit, like some of the things that really surprised me going from the Z Fold 3 over to this phone. So watch that video, it will be linked down below. But our next stories, I pushed it off to the side. We do this real time, why not? Is all about Galaxy Z Fold 4. Some interesting information, again, leaked out by Ice Universe about this phone, specifically the cameras. So let's check out that information. So the information that's coming out is the Galaxy Z Fold 4 camera setup will be a 50 megapixel main camera, 12 megapixel ultra wide angle, plus a 12 megapixel 3x optical zoom. And before we dive more into that, like talking about it, I do also want to say, you put out another tweet saying it's Samsung's strongest 3x camera ever, stronger than the S22 Ultra. So what do we take from this? Well, you take from it that it basically has, at least in megapixels, if I'm not mistaken, the same megapixels as the Galaxy S22 and S22 Plus. So it having the similar to same setup as the Galaxy S22 Ultra, which I can't find, man. I just had it here the other day. Where'd I put it? Wherever you are. I know you're somewhere safe. Galaxy S22 Ultra. So you're not getting the 108 megapixel camera. That's not really a big deal to me. I never go in there like, I need 108 megapixels. I don't even do that. The other thing is the 3x zoom. I'm assuming there's probably also going to be a 50x zoom. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Just like the S22 and S22 Ultra. But it's not obviously written in stone yet, but I would guess there would be the 3x zoom is I would assume just when, just in the settings without zooming into the camera. So interesting stuff about the cameras. What do you guys think? That'll be your question of the day. Is this not enough camera-wise for you? And let me know in the comments down below. With that said, let's jump into the Q&A portion of the video and drop that boom. All right, first question comes from Tara Pilley saying, just graduated May 13th. Congratulations, wherever, if you don't know if it was college or high school, but congratulations. Will Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 base model have 5G in their future for carriers? No, I don't think we're gonna see it ever. If you don't see it now, you probably won't see it in the future either. Next up is Mark Daniel Miller saying, any idea if Samsung will bring back a smaller S22, S23 means, next year? I have the S22 Ultra and I dig it, but I really loved the size of the Note 8. The Note 8 just seemed to fit in more people's hands better without as much need for stretch. So I always put a pop socket on there no matter what, or some kind of grip. It just makes holding the phone so much easier. So I'd recommend getting something like this, or so just get a grip of some sort. But do I think they're gonna make smaller main phones? No. Do I think they'll make smaller phones in their kind of, S23 lines? Yes, but. Next question from Zach Schleich says, Vivo X Fold, do you think it would be better than the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4? I think in some ways it will be, especially on the outside and inside displays, meaning bigger. Because bigger to me, especially on the folding phones, is better. Maybe not for some people, but in that regard, definitely. But in other ways, I'd really have to think about it. Manza says, I lost a bit of trust in foldables after my Fold 3 kicked the bucket, traded in my replacement for the S22 Ultra. Having a big main normal display was quite liberating, but the Vivo X Fold with its cover screen has gotten my attention. Hopefully for Samsung would make a Fold Extra that's bigger than the regular Fold or Ultra. Question, do you think Samsung will make a Fold Ultra with those looking for heavier alternative with true flagship specs and massive battery, or do you think they'll continue in their pursuit for thinner? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me either way. What I think and what I have been saying for years is I do think they'll always have like the Z Fold 4, which is gonna get thinner and thinner and thinner, but then I think they will also have like a Pro line of the Z Fold line that has bigger displays and bigger batteries and a little bit heavier and more expensive, better cameras. Yes, so I think that will come to it. At this point, I'm not sure when they're gonna do it though. Goon Squad says, what do the Fold phones do that you like more than the Fold X or Fold 3? I made a video on it. I mean, just watch it. Cali Boy Keb says, I just got an update. I'm getting my S22 Ultra next week. It's been on back order. Do you recommend, should I get the back lens camera protected? If you don't mind me asking, what phone do you use the most? I see every phone you have set your apps in your folders. Is it good for battery life? Setting your apps into folders doesn't affect your battery life, at least from what I know. I just do it so it's easier to find stuff on my home screens. And then protecting the back camera plate, as long as you have a good case, you'll be absolutely fine. There's a lot of cases I like. If you want cheap, really supportive case, look at the case-borne cases. Really, really inexpensive and protect your phone a ton. Theodore Greenberg says, waiting for the Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra 5G from T-Mobile. I don't think it's gonna come out, but you can always wait, I guess. Gary Cusick says, do you know if the S Pen will work on both the front and main screens of the Fold 4? Gary, I think you asked this question the other day, or someone else did for sure. The main display, yes. The front display, we still don't know. My guess is no, though. Don Callahan asks, which of the new foldables devices do you think realistically, not just on hope, but realistically could launch within 6 to 12 months? Flex S, Flex G, Flex Rollable, or Flex Note? I personally think the Flex Note will come out next year. I agree with you. I think it'll be the Flex Note. I think that's an easy form factor. It's nothing too crazy, so I agree with you. And the last question from Willie D. Hey Greggles, do you think that the Z Fold 4 will have the same width folded as the Vivo X Fold? That's a good question. That I don't know. Like when how wide it is. Ooh, I am not sure at all about that. Probably not, I would guess. Just because this phone is bigger. It's an 8-inch phone on the big screen. So I'll say no, but I'd be gladly wrong. So there you guys go. That is your questions for today. If you have a question, leave it in the comments down below with the word question, and we'll see you down the road.